concrete walls. There's a place for us where we could go, where we could be alone. Between city lights, we don't have to hide. I wanna go, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? I can't understand why we can't hold hands, but they don't know what we have is real love. Aren't you sick and tired of having to hide? I know a place, do you wanna follow? There's something in the air, I can't explain it, but it's there. Ain't nobody gonna find us in our secret love affair. I don't wanna have to hide no more, it shouldn't be unfair. I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow? Do you wanna follow? Baby, do you wanna follow? Come with me, do you wanna follow? Baby, can't you see that? I wanna go, and I wanna know, do you wanna follow?
Oh, anybody who says that Sharkbite isn't better than analog is full of shit. All right, 2 floors down. See, now I cannot fly. Get rid of all your analog gear. HDZero is for you today. It is just better. If you fly bandos,
Until now, all the HDZero video transmitters that you could actually buy maxed out at 200 milliwatts. And that's plenty for racing, but it's not enough for freestyle pilots, park cruisers, and long-distance pilots who have gotten used to the kind of range and penetration you can get from analog video transmitters going up to 1 watt or even more. So until now, if you were a fan of the HDZero system and you wanted to use it, you had to accept significantly reduced range and penetration. But the HDZero Freestyle, with its 1 watt of output power, promises to give the kind of range and penetration that we expect from the best analog video transmitters with the increased image quality of the digital HDZero FPV system. At least that's the promise. I'm Joshua Bardwell, and you're going to learn something today.
this product. Oh man. Oh there. Oh hey, what's up? Oh man, that's coming tomorrow. I think it's coming tomorrow. That's my plan. Yep. The only reason it's not coming out now, Wesley Vardy, thank you. Glad you like the B-roll. My B-roll game is pretty weak, to be honest with you. I think it's pretty weak. Wait, how do I mute this? Can I mute this? Mute that. I think my B-roll game is pretty weak. Actually, every time I go to shoot product shots, I'm like, my B-roll I'm okay, but product shots I don't know how to do them. But that product shot's okay.
That's okay. It's all right. Got a little. Anyway. Oh, that's coming tomorrow, I think. That's coming tomorrow. It's going to be an interesting video. You say, why is it coming tomorrow? I mean, clearly I've edited it. It's coming tomorrow because I just want to run it by a couple people so that if anybody looks at it and goes, well, clearly you've made a terrible mistake, that gets noticed before I publish it. But, yeah, that's a good opener. Good opener. Anyway, tomorrow, HDZero 1 watt. That was the HDZero 1 watt freestyle video. It's coming. Want to spy it? We'll let you know. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. It is Monday night. It's time to get some Q&A, ask some questions, answer some questions. This is what's going on. You're going to ask me questions. Here we go. It's a Crabtree smoking a cigarette because that B-roll was so sexy. Am I right? Okay. Oh, JGFPV, good to see you here. Thank you. Glad you're here. Thank you for the videos you post on YouTube. I'm glad they have helped you. I'm glad they've helped. Did my video editing quality take a hit lately? Abra the Ham. I'm going to change your name. Oh, flip. I tried to. Discord crashed. Okay, well, that didn't. That is awkward. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the live stream. I'm going to be taking your questions. Here are your questions. I'm going to answer them. And, you know, yeah, these guys over here are my Discord server patrons. You can join them by becoming a patron. And you can hang out in the Discord server on the right side of my screen and share GIFs and ask questions during the live stream. Let's just get into it. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm off my game tonight. Let's just fall back on what I know will make you guys the happiest, and to answer some questions. Mike Crabtree, Gem Fan Hobby, good to see you in the chat. It's just water tonight, Richard. There's some discussion going on in the chat about buying things from Banggood. An order for a product keeps getting pushed back. Yeah, with Banggood, if it is not in stock, okay, if it's not literally in stock shipping now, then you really can't trust when they say it's going to ship, because Banggood has a habit of just pushing back the delivery date. And it's hard to know whether that's Banggood being dishonest or whether that's just stuff in this hobby is constantly getting pushed back. But like most places will just say out of stock, Banggood has the audacity to, I'm being a little sarcastic, they have the audacity to tell you the expected ship date. Maybe that's their actual expected ship date, and it just keeps getting pushed back. But there are also some situations where it seems to show in stock, but then it isn't shipping. And frankly, in the old days, Banggood was so much less expensive than everybody else that it kind of made sense. But now that's not always true. So I feel like Banggood is feeling some hits. Yeah, people saying the expected ship date is totally made up. Yeah. That they just, you know, sometimes some people say it even shows in stock. And then it isn't. Oh, let's start with this question from DDOT. I hooked up an air unit, positive and negative backwards. When I tried to use it, there was a spark. Did I fry it? It powers on and then turns off and gets hot fast, and now it won't bind. No, I'm sure that had nothing to do with the fact that now it doesn't work. Yeah, I think you fried it, man. I'm very sorry. Nick Hayes. No, I don't remember that. JB, back when I was new around here, you used to look at me. I felt like we were really becoming tight. Is this a song lyric? I think this is a song lyric. And this is one of those things where you read off a song lyric somebody and you see if they treat it like a real conversation. Yeah, no. I can't find that as a song lyric. It must be Nick Hayes. The good news, Nick Hayes, is that I don't remember when you were first new here and I used to look at you and you felt like we were becoming tight. I don't remember when you called me my brother from another mother, although it sounds, I mean, don't take it personally. I don't know why you say I won't look at you. Now I am looking at you. So if this is a song lyric, congratulations. I don't know that song lyric. Yeah. There you go. I see you. I'm not avoiding you. Any news about Orca Digital FPV? Asks Ivan Miguel Parenza. Nope. There will... No. Nope. No news. Sorry. It seems like a sad question, and boom, an even worse answer. Yeah. I'm not the guy for you to go, you know, it seems like we were close, and I felt like something was there, and then it faded. And do you remember? Because probably I didn't even notice that anything was anything. That's me. That's my guy. I'm that guy. Sorry. All those longing glances we shared across the room, I was just thinking about the next video I'm going to make. Sorry, we weren't sharing longing glances. Dark Sheeps wants to know, do you know about the FPV Cycle 25mm motor? I do, and I'm very excited. Yeah, where's the picture? Somebody sent me a picture. Was it Crabtree? That was you, wasn't it, Crabtree? Look at this. We got to put this on the news. Mike Crabtree. Did you send me this picture? I think you did. Ooh, buddy. Coming soon. FPV Cycle Unibells. Whew. Wonder what the weight's going to be. We'll have to see. Very exciting, though. Yep, that is exciting. When is Betaflight 4.3 actually going to come out? So I can tell you this. I can tell you, Sam Sparks, that there will be at least one more RC, release candidate 4. So they are dealing... it feels like Betaflight went to release candidate a little sooner than a professional coding operation would have considered it a release candidate. So release candidate means more than just like feature complete. In fact, I don't know. Is beta feature complete? Release candidate means everything works as far as we know. And then if there are any bugs, we'll fix them. And if there have been some changes that some people felt like were feature changes. And so if it was a release candidate, they wouldn't be making feature changes. But whatever, it's their project. Who cares? They call it a release candidate if they want. One of the things that has come out in the release candidates is that there are some core level issues. Specifically like, and these core level issues don't affect everyone. So a lot of the people out there flying Betaflight 4.3 release candidate, it's done. It works perfectly for them. But there are some core level issues related to like the SPI ExpressLRS receiver. If you're running an SPI based ExpressLRS receiver in Betaflight 4.3, then you need to be running it like 2 kilohertz PID loop, because at the faster PID loops, there are timing issues that cause failsafes. There are 1 or 2 other issues. I don't remember the second one, but that's the one that sticks in my mind. And the problem is, according to one person I spoke to, who I will remain nameless just in case I get anything he said wrong, or she. Okay, it was a male. Surprise. He said the problem is that these are such core level, like deep level things in the code that like only 2 people actually understand the code well enough to troubleshoot them. One of them being Dominic Clifton. And the other, the name, it was not immediately familiar to me. Sorry, whoever you are. And he said, basically, these things will get fixed whenever Dominic Clifton and or this other guy have enough spare time to finish fixing them. But that's why the release candidate is currently sort of paused. The code is nearly done, except for these like 2 issues that are so deep in the code that no one except 2 people know how to fix them, and it's just sort of waiting for them to get around to fixing them. But the takeaway for you and me is that there will be another release candidate. So RC3 will not be the next thing that will happen will not be Betaflight releasing. It'll be RC4 when they think they've solved these problems. And then when RC4 comes out, there will be another period of time, I would say minimum of 2 weeks. Dark Sheeps points out there are some H7 issues with H7 boards, issues with Crossfire V3, all SPI-based receivers, etc. Okay. So what RC4 will come out at some point in the future when they think they have these issues fixed. And that may be a while because these issues are really difficult to fix. And then after RC4 comes out, it'll be another, I would guess, a minimum of 2 weeks while they wait for people to tell them, yes, everything is fine now. And then it'll be an official release. In other words, don't hold your breath. But the flip side, for the flip side of that is, if you are not affected by some of these issues, then just flash RC3. RC3 is nearly ready for like 98% of people. Claymore FPV says, RIP Betaflight. When does Edge Flight release? Referring to Edge TX. The thing is, Betaflight, the difference is that the Betaflight devs are actively working to fix these issues as fast as they can. It's just that it didn't feel like the OpenTX devs were doing that, at least to me. Ghost Branch FPV wants to know about the artist who made my shirt. The artist is Revert FPV. Revert, he made it for Quadbox, I believe. Revert FPV. You can find him on YouTube and Instagram and other places. He is a pilot. He's also an artist. But that is him. I should really show his Instagram. Yeah. Revert FPV. There we go. Revert FPV. Yeah, he's got a ton of interesting art. He actually does commissions if you're interested in getting a commission done. But this is him. Revert FPV. Aber the Ham's got a great question. When you change motor directions using the Betaflight 4.3 Wizard, does it change the direction in BL Heli itself? Yes, it does. So in other words, yeah, if it changes the direction in the ESC, not in the flight controller. That's my understanding. I haven't confirmed that, but someone asked that, and that was what the answer was that came back. It's not that the flight controller remembers that motor 3 needs to be reversed, and then at the beginning, when it powers up, it reverses it. It is that the flight controller has a way to tell the ESC reverse motor 3. And you can confirm this yourself, because if you run the motor wizard in Betaflight and then later you connect to the ESC, you should see in the ESC that the motor direction has changed. I believe, my understanding is it does change the motor direction in the ESC, though. Great question. A lot of people wonder that, I think. Spencer Walsh wants to know, if I am on RC3, if I'm on RC2, should I switch to RC3? I have no issues. I think RC3, you look at the changelog for RC3, I suppose. RC3 is pretty stable, though. If you're happy in RC2, I guess the main thing with RC2, though, is if your configurator is on RC2, then the presets don't work anymore. You need to be on RC3 for the presets to work. Marco Ben Como wants to know, what is your preferred ExpressLRS system? Oh, Marco. Marco's asked 2 or 3 times. Alrighty, here we go. If you want to know my preferred stuff, you can generally go to, a little early in the live stream for a plug, but since Marco asked, go to fpvknowitall.com. It's my website. And you can see in the controllers and receivers section, there's a section on ExpressLRS, which has a list of suggested hardware. This is my choice today. The Happy Model Pro is my go-to. Doesn't have a screen on the back. There you go. But there you go. As far as hardware goes, I usually use the Happy Model EP2 receivers. The EP1 receiver, of course, would have better range, but most of the time I'm using ExpressLRS in very small builds, so I'll put the EP2 in. As far as receivers go, there's a fairly wide variety of decent receivers. I go with the Happy Model, but if I couldn't find Happy Model in stock, I would take another one. But for modules, the Happy Model ES24TX is my go-to. Wesley Farty. What will you use to highlight your crotch while you fly? I'd never fly without a separate crotch light, I assure you. We got to get HDZero added to that page, too. Let's Fly RC, thank you for a $10 super chat. Just says you rock, and Saggy Balls FPV. Way to make me read that username. Thank you for a 99-cent super chat. Really should pay me more for saying Saggy Balls. But there you go. Whatever, I'm not a prude. In case you're wondering how you can get me to read your message without spamming the chat, you could just hit the $sign down here at the bottom of the screen. Hit the $sign and show your support. I will read your message, which gets called out to the side. So if you want to make sure I get your question, that's how. AF Killa wants to know, I'm building a Chris Rosser AOS 5 Ultralight with Mamba F722 Mini. Blue or violet dampers? Oh, man. So I don't have a great answer for you on that, to tell you the truth. First of all, I appreciate that you've told me the shore hardness, 40 versus 60. First of all, I would look at whatever Chris Rosser says to do. That's the first thing I would do, okay? And if he has a guideline, go with it. But seems to me like you would want to go with the soft dampers for maximum dampening. But ultimately, you could have, they could pull apart. If you have too soft a dampening, then you will get, you'll weaken the frame. The softer is going to filter more, but it could be too floppy. But it really goes back to the frame design. Without knowing more about the frame, and I would have to really just ask Chris Rosser what the best recommendation is. Does he give you recommendations? Does he give you recommendations? If we look at the AOS 5, where's the AOS 5 Ultralight? It's not here. Where is it? Nope. Hey, Chris, why isn't it here? Yeah. So, and it's late. It's late in the UK, so I'm not sure he would respond if I asked him, but. Let's see here. I do not, Mike Reed, I do not fly RC helicopters. I'm not cool enough to fly RC helicopters. Yeah, I would think he would provide guidance on which one to use. Exactly, Abraham. I would be surprised if he didn't have detailed guidance on how to pick, but I haven't actually looked into it, so I don't know for sure. Sorry about that. Matthew De Gregorio says, my FC only powers up with USB. Your 5-volt regulator has died. The flight controller has a 5-volt regulator on board. When you feed the flight controller battery voltage, the 5-volt regulator powers up and it provides power to the flight controller. If the flight controller's 5-volt regulator dies, then it won't power up. But when you plug USB in, USB provides 5-volt power and bypasses the built-in 5-volt regulator. So if you've got a flight controller that only powers up from USB, the onboard 5-volt regulator has died, and basically the fix is to replace the flight controller. In theory, there are other ways you could fix it if you knew a lot about electronics repair, but for most people, you're just gonna replace it. That's unfortunately. It is theoretically fixable. Like anything's theoretically fixable, Matthew. Like if you have an inductor that's died, you could desolder the inductor and replace it. If you have a trace that's cracked or a voltage regulator that's burned out, you could bypass or replace that part. But the thing is, probably you don't have the skill. That's not an insult on you. It's just a statement about that's a very obscure skill. So probably you don't have the skill to diagnose the damaged part, and or you don't have the skill or the tools to repair or replace the broken part. So most people, when the 5-volt regulator dies, are going to replace the flight controller. However, there is a workaround that I'm going to tell you, and the workaround is if you get a 5-volt regulator, like just buy from Amazon a 5-volt regulator or wherever, then if you solder the output of that 5-volt regulator to any of the 5-volt pads on the flight controller, it'll feed 5 volts to the flight controller and power it up, and it'll work again. So that could be a workaround, but a lot of people would be like, nah, and they'd replace it. The thing is, these days, flight controllers are like $70, $80. It might be more worthwhile trying to do that repair. So, Michael Nichevsky, my audio is exactly how it always is. If I sound quiet to you, it's probably got something to do with your end. Sorry about that. My audio is exactly how it always is. JPFPV, thank you for a $20 super chat. That's a big super chat, too. Thank you so much for your generosity, JP. Will the new FPV cycle Unibells work on the 2-piece bell model? JP, I don't know the answer to that. As far as I know, that product hasn't officially been announced. That's a leaked photo. For all I know, Bob Ruge leaked it. I don't know the source of that, but I would guess that the Unibells will work on the other motor, though. I would guess. Yeah. I'm not gonna add more compression. I have my audio exactly how I like it. It's exactly the same as every other week, and it's exactly how I like it. It's exactly how I like it. Look. See? We got a little. Here, wait. We got a little compression. We got a limiter there to keep me from clipping. It's exactly how I like it. Vroom Vroom Vacuum Cleaner says, will the ExpressLRS TX16S internal part work on an old TX16S? Well, since the existence of an internal ExpressLRS TX16S module has not been confirmed, I certainly couldn't say. I would think that probably Radiomaster didn't completely redesign their whole main board just to put an ExpressLRS module in instead of a 2.4 gig module. And I know for a fact that the radio module in the Radiomaster lifts out. It's a plug-in module. It's not soldered in. So it makes sense to me that if the TX16S was released with an internal ELRS module, that would be a lift-out drop-in replacement for, you know, any other TX16S. In fact, I would argue that they should just sell that internal module separately. But none of that is. You think it's no vroom vroom vacuum cleaner. I'm really not giving you a wink wink answer here. The wink wink part was the existence of the TX16S with internal ExpressLRS. There have been rumors about that. That's the wink wink part. Oh, I couldn't say whether those rumors are true. The part about the module coming out, that really is speculation. I don't know for a fact whether that module would drop in. I can say for sure that if Radiomaster were to release a TX16S with an internal ExpressLRS module, I would go to them and say, listen, you guys need to sell this module separately, because everybody who owns a TX16S would love the opportunity to install it. And it seems like a no-brainer that they would do it. So I want to just be clear about what I am and am not wink-winking about. Version FPV, thank you for a €2 super chat. A Hex Y6. I don't know why you're so impressed with this damn thing, but let's look. Is it worth €2 to play your video on stream? I feel like I should have higher standards than that. What the hell? Virgin FPV is so impressed with this Hex Y6. Never built before. Yes, it has been built before. Why do you think it's never been built before? Why do you think a Y6... Why do you think it's... I must be missing something here. A Y6 has totally been built before. This is a video from 2013 asking about a Y6. I don't understand. Am I missing something, or are you insane? Which of these two things is true? Maybe both. It's not a Y6. Yeah, but you just say here, Hex Y6. What am I missing here? I'm not going to watch this whole video. But that's not a... First of all, that's not a Y6. That's... You have side-by-side hexacopter motors. Is that it? Hex Y6. I see. You're redesigning a Hex Y6. Why is that better than a hexacopter? Oh, watch my 2-minute long video and I'll tell you. I don't want to. I'm so confused. What's the big deal? I don't think this is... Why this is just a hexacopter. Or, yeah. It's a mix between a regular Hex and a Y6. So the advantage of this compared to a Y6 is that with a Y6, you lose some efficiency with the stacked motors. I guess. Is the argument going to be that the geometry is better? Like get more agility? I don't know. Interesting. Yeah. What's the advantage of this geometry compared to... So here's the thing. Here's what I don't get. this is like building an octo, a micro octo. It's like building a 3-inch octo instead of a 5-inch quad. Why would you not just have 3 large props? Okay. Well, so 3 props can't fly by themselves, of course. With a coaxial octa, with a coaxial hex, you could have much larger props, better efficiency. This just seems like I think you have to justify this design, and you have to start. So anytime you design a quadcopter frame, the first place you start is what prop size, what is my wheelbase, and what is my prop size. This is my opinion. I'm obviously, if Bob Ruge comes along and disagrees with me, if Chris Rosser disagrees with me, then obviously I'm gonna back off and believe in them. When you design a quadcopter for a multi-rotor frame, like if you were designing an airplane, you would start with a question of the wingspan. How much weight does it need to lift, and what is the wingspan going to be? Those are basic questions. So if I was going to sit down and design a multi-rotor frame, I would say, what is my approximate flying weight? Like, do I need to carry a camera? And what is my wheelbase going to be? And what is my prop size going to be? And frankly, the prop size is probably going to drive the wheelbase question. Now, in general, it behooves you to use the largest prop that you can, because larger props are more efficient and give you longer flight time and more thrust. Now, the downside of larger props is that they are less responsive. But here's the thing. If I say I'm going to go down to I don't want to use a 13-inch prop because it's not responsive enough. I need more responsiveness and agility and top speed. So I'm going to go down to a 7-inch prop. At that point, you should probably reduce your wheelbase, because otherwise, if your wheelbase is larger than your props require, then you're wasting weight. That weight is not helping. It's just making your aircraft less agile. So what you've done with this design is you've got the wheelbase for, let's say, an 8-inch prop from here to here, but you've arbitrarily restricted yourself to much smaller props, assuming these motors are both face up or face down. Instead of an 8-inch prop, you've got a 5-inch or a 4-inch prop. So you've significantly reduced the efficiency. To what end? Why would you, and if you say, okay, this is the prop size that I want, okay, why don't you decrease your wheelbase substantially and reduce your weight? You see what I'm saying? This is a frame made for 8-inch props with 4-inch props on it. Why? Why is that? Why would you do that? Justify that decision to me. That's what I would say. And maybe you can. Like, what? Tell me. I mean, which is to say, like, I've seen people who fly a 6-inch frame with 5-inch props on it. They've extended the wheelbase just a little bit longer than it absolutely needs to be because it gives a little more stability. But they don't want to run 5-inch props because it gives a little more agility. There is some give and take here, obviously. But if you show me an X-class frame, well, X-class is weird because they make the frames large for visibility. If you show me a Beast class frame with 9-inch props on it, when the frame is sized for 13-inch props, I'm going to ask you why you have all that wasted space in the frame. Isaac M. Yes, Isaac M. Exactly. So if you looked at this frame geometry and you said, I love this frame geometry, I want a Y6 hexacopter, then make the motors coaxial and use much larger props. But you know what? What the hell do I know? Build it, fly it. It just, it feels like, what it feels like is happening here, Virgin FPV. Thank you for the $2 super chat, and now I'm roasting you. What it feels like is happening here, Virgin FPV, is that you are focused on one specific component of the design and you're overlooking a bunch of other things which are going to come back and bite you. That's what I think. But you know what? Maybe if I sat here for 2 minutes and watched your video, I'd feel differently. Who knows? Alrighty. Noid FPV, thanks for a $2 super chat. Good evening to you, sir. The titanium tension wire makes a stronger, lighter frame. Yeah, titanium. There's nothing wrong with titanium tension wire. I'm criticizing your frame and motor layout. The titanium tension wire is an afterthought. I'm critiquing your frame and motor layout. Why is this better? Why is this better than a coaxial Y6 with larger props? Or, if you feel like smaller props are desirable, why are the arms so much longer than they need to be to size the smaller props? That's the question. All right. I mean, I think it's an interesting question. It speaks to, yeah, it speaks to how you design frames. Zach Lothamer, thank you for a $5 super chat. Will you be reviewing any of the AOS frames? Yeah, you know what? I actually have the AOS 3.5 that Chris Rosser generously sent me for a build, and I just have gotten super I did the Cinema build instead because Newbie Drone said to me, "We really think this Cinema is a big deal. We'd really like you to do a build of it." And I was like, okay, send it to me. I'll take a look at it. And then like a month later, I hadn't made a build, and they were like, we really would like you to make a build. They actually said, can we sponsor a build video? And I said, listen, if you guys feel that strongly about it, I'll just do the build. I get it. So I didn't take their money. I just did the build. But that bumped the AOS 3.5 build I was going to do. Sorry, Chris Rosser. In retrospect, the Cinema build was a little weird and fiddly, and I'm not actually sure it was the right decision, but, maintaining a good relationship is always a good thing. So, it's still in the package, Welsh FPV, the 3.5. It's still in the package. There's nothing to see. Let's see here. Alrighty. All right. Let's not talk about the Hex Y6 anymore. That's a silly play. That's a silly quadcopter. Like quoting Bonnie Python. Cool Cat, listen. If you watch Version FPV's videos and tell me if there's any insights there that I'm missing. It's not that I'm opposed to watching the videos. It's just on a live stream. I don't think it's the best use of 600 people's time. But feel free to watch those videos and tell me if I've missed anything insightful. It's like when Chris Rosser comes out of nowhere and says, I'm going to design a quadcopter frame. And you go, well, who the hell are you and what makes you qualified to do that? And he's like, well, actually, I'm an aerothermal engineer. And you're like, oh, I see. You are qualified to do that. Bow down to you, sir. Sometimes it feels like people should spend... And Kebab FPV comes out of nowhere and says, I'm going to design quadcopter frames. And you go, sir, you're a dentist. And he goes, yes, but I've spent the last, 700 hours of my life flying frames and thinking about them. And you're like, oh, okay, I see. You've earned it. Yeah. Best free resources to get FAA Part 107 certified. I got to tell you, what I used was the Tony Northrup video. Now, Tony Northrup he has a 107 tutorial that's amazing. Now, this actually is a little out of date. This hasn't been updated. You see, this is from 2017. It hasn't been updated with some of the new stuff that was added. But this is what I used to study, and it was amazing. Yeah, they don't cover modern stuff like remote ID, ops over people, and so forth. Eirik, do you know of an updated free tutorial video that includes that stuff? Because you're right, that is out of date. There's stuff missing from Tony Northrup's video, as good as it is. Thank you, Shifty FPV, for a $5 super chat. Least I can do because of what you do for the community. Thank you, Shifty FPV. Appreciate it. Read in the Wind, thanks for a $5 super chat. What would cause my throttle min endpoint to move up on its own? I'm guessing, Read in the Wind, that what's happening is your gimbal is going out of calibration. So I think you should recalibrate your gimbal. And then if your endpoints and your centers don't hold steady, it means your gimbal is wearing out and needs to be replaced. That's what I would say. Elijah Butler, I found the free resources for 107 training to be adequate. I did use a paid, I looked at a paid course, and I didn't feel like it offered substantial value over the free stuff that I found. But that's, you know, obviously many people like the paid courses and feel they benefit from them. So it was just me. Joey Whitaker wants to know, what's the max out of center on gimbals? Joey, the maximum out of center on gimbals, I would say 2 or 3 microseconds is normal. And probably you won't notice it while you fly. More than that, I would start 5 to 10 microseconds. I would start wondering, I would consider that to be like defective. And concerned about it. Raheem Chisman. Raheem says, I'm having a hard time getting my motors synced up. When I start the motors in Betaflight, engines 3 and 4 don't spin at the same speed. That's normal. That's normal. Raheem, your motors are controlled by the flight controller. And it's completely normal that they spin at different speeds. If you think about it, Raheem, if you simply spun the motors at a fixed speed, the quad would not hover, it would not fly. It would just kind of be out of control. As soon as the tiniest little variance in vibration and wind and turbulent air tipped it, it would just go off into the moon. So flying a quadcopter requires constant changes to the motor speed, which is managed by the flight controller. So it's completely normal that when you arm, the motors won't spin at the same speed. The flight controller is just doing its job. Nothing is wrong. Good question, though. Very common question. How are you supposed to know how far off center your gimbals are? Asks Potato FPV. So calibrate the gimbals and then look in the Betaflight receiver tab and see whether they're at 1500. Nick FPV says, only 3 of my motors do the startup tone, but all 4 work. That isn't... Oh, Nick FPV, you almost got me. Hang on. Let me put your question up for the people. Nick, I was about to say that isn't possible because a BL Heli ESC will always go, I'm talking about BL Heli here. It'll always go doot-a-doot when it first powers up and initializes. And then when it sees the throttle, the valid throttle signal, it'll go doot-doot. And until it does that, it will not spin the motor. That's a basic safety precaution. So if you've got a BLHeli ESC that doesn't go doo-doo-doot, doo-doot, it cannot spin the motor. But you can change the volume of those ESCs, of those beeps. In BLHeli, there's a parameter called the beacon strength, or maybe startup beeps is a separate parameter. I think startup beeps is a separate parameter from beacon strength. You could turn that all the way down to 0 and it will not beep. Don't do that. Because if you hand me a quadcopter and you say, I plugged in, it doesn't beep, I'm going to tell you your ESC is dead. Because it's never going to occur to me that you went in there and turned those beeps off. I'm going to tell you the ESC is dead. And if you go, yeah, but it spins the motors just fine, maybe then we'll get here. But if you just email me and say, my quadcopter doesn't beep, I'm going to say your ESC's dead, replace it. But you can turn those beeps off. It's a terrible idea. If you're a ninja, and you're using your quadcopter somehow deep in the dark of night, suddenly he plugs in, doot-doot-doot, all the samurai come and find him and kill the ninja. Okay, if you're a ninja, turn the beeps off on your ESCs so that the samurai don't come find you. But for normal people, leave those beeps on. Can you even tell which ESCs are beeping? Asks Metal Dirt Skin. I don't buy that. You can't tell with your ears. But you are blessed with more than one sense, Metal Dirt Skin. Which of your senses could you use to detect which specific motor was beeping? Is it your eyes? Maybe your tongue? No, that's silly. Maybe your nose? No. It's your fingers. You feel the motor vibrate. Then you know which one's beeping. So if you have an ESC that doesn't beep, but the motors still spin, go into BLHeli and look and see if somebody turned the startup beeps all the way down to 0. Other than that, I don't think it's possible. Yeah, Karthik, because it is the motors making the beeps. Oh, people don't know that. What is the speaker that makes the beeps? There's no speaker on your ESC. What is actually physically making the sound of the beeps? It's the motors. The ESC can vibrate the motor coil and create a beep. So, yeah. Doggo asks, when I arm my tiny whoop and give it some throttle, it goes up for half a second and the motor's cut out. Any explanation? Best guess is your props are on wrong, and you should see runaway in the goggles, which indicates your props are on wrong. If you just replaced a motor, then it could be that the motor is spinning the wrong way, but it's possible. Fill Up FPV. Thank you for a $2 super chat. DJI Control Link Latency versus ExpressLRS. Is it worth switching? Phil, honestly, I just did a test with Stinger Swarm a while back, a couple weeks ago, where we tried to blind tell the difference between 50 and 500 hertz. And there's a lot of ways in which you could argue the test could be better. It was just an off-the-cuff fun thing that we did. We couldn't tell the difference. In that test, on that day, we couldn't tell the difference between 50 and 500 hertz. So I don't think the DJI Control Link, if you're using fast S-Bus, what's the latency of fast S-Bus? I think it's pretty fast. Like, not as fast as 500 hertz ExpressLRS. Does anyone know the latency of DJI fast S-Bus? I suspect it's fine. Now, there's other reasons why you might prefer to switch from DJI to ExpressLRS, but S-Bus is not the reason. I mean, latency. Link latency is not the reason. Cheech FPV says it's 7 milliseconds. 7 milliseconds is fine. It's fine. Calabrese 221 says, on my iNav build, I used soft serial for HDZero, not knowing you're not supposed to do that, but everything seems fine. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that. Because HDZero, like the OSD is not mission critical. If you lose the OSD, you're not going to fail safe. You'll probably fly home. Soft serial is fine for non-mission critical things. Now, I've heard some people say that on F4 processors, you don't want to run soft serial because it loads the processor too much. I don't know. If it's working for you, I don't see any reason not to do it. It's Blunty is pointing out. Jeez, that's bad. It's Blunty's pointing out that Crossfire 617 disables Crossfire V3 due to issues with some Betaflight flight controllers. It's going to make it... Yeah, that sucks. You're basically getting fail-safes on some Betaflight flight controllers. That's probably the RC3, the Betaflight 4.3 bug we were talking about earlier. That's not okay. I don't know what that is. That's not okay, though. The GIF in the Discord is not okay. Terminal Insanity. Let's see. What is the name of that? Quad Grabber? Is that it? Yeah. The best telescoping stick to get a quad is the Drone Saver. This is a pretty good way to get a quad out of a tree. I actually have one of these. Cozy sent me one. Thanks, Cozy, for sending it to me. It is a telescoping fiberglass rod that will get your drone out of the tree pretty effectively. Drone Saver V2. That's what. Oh, look, he's got my charging port. It's kind of you. It's not perfect. There are some things about it that other solutions are better, but it's so easy to keep with you, and it works a lot of the time. So, yeah. I think for a lot of people, it's going to be the right choice. Proximia FPV says, my ESCs beep out of sync. Is this normal? It happened after I changed to bidirectional D-shot. Yeah, it's not abnormal. It's not a problem. When you have bidirectional enabled, the ESCs sometimes take longer to finish their safety checks, and that can cause some of them to be out of sync. I wouldn't worry about it. If it bothers you, change from D-shot 600 down to 300, and it'll stop doing it. But I don't think you should do that. Leave it on 600 and just be okay with the out of sync. Eric LaPlante, thank you for a $5 super chat. Appreciate your generosity. Eric LaPlante says, I don't know why. Yeah. Why is it not there? That's pretty weird. What if I reload this page? Oh, that won't work. Nope, still not there. Eric LaPlante, thank you for a $5 super chat. Any thoughts on Pavel Spakowski's latest video discussing Fat Shark backing out of the SharkBite HDZero and what that means for the future of HD? I haven't watched it, but I'm intrigued. My guess is he says it means HD's dead. It's dead. FPV is dead. Everyone should stop flying their quads and go take up another hobby, because oftentimes he is somewhat pessimistic. Can I point something out to you before we go? Let's. What I want to do, let's look at Pavel's video and go to videos. The first thing I want to point out is Pavel Spakowski has a bunch of these images of himself that he has cut the background out of, and then he just like drops them in. So you can see them repeat. If you look, he's got this one where he's holding his head, this one where he's pointing here, this one where he's pointing up. If you scroll through, you can see he just sat down one day and took like 50 of these images, and then he reuses them. Nothing wrong with that. I just noticed it one time and I was like, I see what you did there. Cute. Very cute. Yeah. So let's see what he had to say.
News, because this kind of appeared last week. But apparently Shark Bite has nothing to do with Fat Shark anymore. Because last week or even 2 weeks ago, problems with the on this thing, they killed this handling everything, and they agreed to take over the project and kinda, well, let's say, handle the customer support for all the customers.
I actually haven't seen this message from Carl before, I don't think. Interesting.
Thinks that the Shark Bite is the viable business for them. That means the costs are much greater than the prognosis gain. You know, the amount of units sold, but also says a lot about two other things. One is the financial condition of the Fat Shark company itself. I don't think that Fat Shark, which was a year or 2 years ago bought by the Red Cat company, this is a completely different story and I have a video on the topic. I just don't think that the alternative digital FPV system to the DJI-1, they believe it's a viable business. Because if this was the viable business, then they would not pull the plug, because this thing costed a lot. That was not cheap. Of course, we don't know who mainly sponsored the development of the Shark Bite. Now the HDZero, we have to assume that Shark Bite was kind of like only one of the players in the game.
I don't. I guess I would. It seems like Divamath developed the chips. I think everyone agrees on that. But maybe Fat Shark paid into the development of like the goggles and the video transmitter. I don't know about that.
And actually, the Divamath sponsored majority of the development.
That was my assumption.
If the Fat Shark, aka Shark Bite, does not believe that this is a viable business, then maybe really it isn't a viable business.
Well, I don't. That's not how I see it at all. I think that. I mean, this is just my read on it. My read on it is that Fat Shark is not interested in being partners with Carl because of a difference in their attitude toward development and their customers. And I just say this is completely out of my ass. It's not like I have secret emails that show this to be true, but my take on it was that think about the timeline of events that we know happened. The Shark Bite stuff came out, then nothing for a while. Then HDZero releases another video transmitter, or maybe the camera. I think the video transmitter came first. And the video transmitter comes from HDZero, not Shark Bite, the race video transmitter. And then the HDZero RunCam camera. And HDZero, and I think Fat Shark was like, hey, the deal was supposed to be, you make the hardware, we brand the equipment. Why are you undercutting us and going behind our back? Right? The deal is, HDZero makes the chips, Fat Shark makes the goggles and the VTX and sells them. And Fat Shark gets their markup. So when Carl started going behind their back, it's not like it was a secret, but when Carl started making his own hardware, Fat Shark was like, I'm not going to compete with my own supplier. I'm out. That's how I read it. I don't think it's that Fat Shark doesn't think that HDZero is viable. I think that Fat Shark felt that the business relationship that Carl, my read is that Fat Shark was too slow. And we know that Fat Shark moves slowly. They move slowly. They want to establish a product. They want to have strong customer service. They don't want to just rush to get the next product out. And we know that Carl is hungry and in a hurry. So my read is that Carl was hungry. He didn't want to wait. And he said, F this, I'm not waiting. I'm doing it myself. And Fat Shark said, well, if you're doing it yourself, we're out. So any analysis that relies on Fat Shark concluding that HDZero is not viable, I think is flawed. The other thing is that Fat Shark got bought by Red Cat, and Red Cat is focused on, think about Red Cat. Red Cat, my opinion is that Red Cat is not first and foremost focused on the consumer market. There's no money. There's no money in consumer drones. There's some money, obviously. But the real money is in government contracts and commercial and so forth. So I think that Red Cat is... there's a reason that they own Rotor Riot, and Rotor Riot's focused on commercial drones and media, but they also own Teal and Skypersonic. And I think that their focus is on government contracts and industrial inspection, and they hope that there can be real money there. And so when Fat Shark says we're not making HDZero systems for consumers anymore, do you think about this, do you think that Fat Shark made that decision in a vacuum? Do you think that Greg is allowed to make a decision like that? Fat Shark is owned by Red Cat. Now, I don't know what the percent is. Maybe that was part of the public documents. Like I would guess that Greg still has a controlling stake in the company. But I'm sure they had a meeting, right? Wouldn't you assume they had a meeting and they sat down and they said, listen, we're going to drop this HDZero thing. What's their game plan? If Fat Shark drops HDZero, what if they got left? Analog goggles? Get out of here. So the real question that I have is, when Greg French went to Jeff Thompson and said, we don't like what HDZero is doing, we're going to separate ourselves from the HDZero product line, we're not going to do SharkBite anymore. What did Jeff Thompson say? Because if I'm Jeff Thompson, I'll be like, okay, well, what the hell are you going to do? What are you going to make? And Greg French answered that question, and I would like to know what the answer was. And I think that's the actual really interesting. What is Fat Shark doing now for Red Cat? Now that they're not making HDZero goggles anymore. I think that's a very interesting question. I don't think anybody knows the answer. But I guarantee you there's an answer. Because Jeff Thompson didn't go, well, gosh, Greg, I guess just keep cranking out analog goggles and I'm sure that'll be fine. Right? No. Digital was supposed to be the future. HDZero was going to be Fat Shark's transition to the future of FPV. And then Fat Shark was like, you know what? I don't think we're going to do this HDZero thing anymore. Okay, what are you going to do? Just sit on your ass and sell analog goggles? No, that's not their plan. They're smarter than that. Joey Whitaker, military industrial. Okay, military industrial what? What are they selling to the military industrial? What is Fat Shark making for Red Cat? We don't know. Anything else in this Spakowski video?
And that's not enough of the market to have two competitive digital FPV systems.
If analog went away, see, HDZero's hope is that it's going to eat analog. And there will be 2 competitive digital systems. Everybody who used to fly analog now flies HDZero. Everybody who can afford and wants DJI flies DJI. Where does that leave Orca? I don't know.
And the other aspect of that is we kind of should ask ourselves a question of the financial condition of the shark bite, of the fat shark. I'm always mixing those, not always, today mixing those two.
I mean, currently they have a shitload of money because Red Cat got funded.
How well this company right now stands. The fat lately.
But the question is, what is Fat Shark doing to Red Cat's balance sheet? What is Fat Shark doing to Red Cat's balance sheet? How are they making money? And that's the thing. That's the thing. Because Fat Shark has to make money. They have to make money. They're accountable to someone else now. If Fat Shark is owned by Greg French, and who knows who else, but if they're owned by one guy, and that guy says, you know, F it, I'm just going to ride off into the sunset. My company's going to go out of business. I'm going to just sell the same products as long as I can. Eventually my company will go out of business and I'll retire. If a business owner makes that decision, they can do that. They can just run in the red until they go out of business and then they retire. But if you are owned by Red Cat, now you are obligated to make money. And if you don't make money, there's going to be problems. So what is Fat Shark doing to make money? Pavel's right here. What are they selling?
I know that they had those of if the Fat Shark is kind of backing out of the whole idea of having the competition to the DJI digital system, which by
HDZero was never going to be competition to DJI. I know we all hoped that it would. Now we look at it and we go, that's not going to happen. It is competition to DJI for very specific people like racers. But in general, it's not competition for DJI. It's a replacement for analog.
By the way, right now also has the Runcam and the Foxy and the Cadix on board. Then I do have to assume that my prognosis from some time ago kinda is correct. That
your prognosis is correct.
The market is just too small to support DJI and something else. Yes, you can. It can have the DJI and analog. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to speculate about the size of the market, right? I mean, there should be data about the size of the market.
Components there, but there that the DVMAT is still doing something, and the HDZero should be not something to do.
We'll see. All right. Well, I hope you got your super chats worth out of that. It was a good analysis. It's a good question. Kale Stokes, thanks for a $5 super chat. Cody Witt, thank you for a $5 super chat. I flew the Aero Sonde UAV overseas. You helped me transition to FPV when I came home. Thanks for all you do for this community. God bless. Thank you, Cody. Welcome to FPV. Glad I could help. Honeybee Drones, thank you for a $5 super chat. Kale Stokes says, Kale Stokes, check your super chat for the question I asked you. Kale, there is no super chat attached to your question. You did not type the text. Oops, sorry about that. That's not what I meant to do. Kale, I appreciate your donation. There is no question there. I don't know where it went, man. There's no question attached, so sorry about that. Let me look in chat and see if you typed your question anywhere else. Is there anyone in Virginia or anywhere I can pay to flash my drone or make repairs on another drone? Kale Stokes, if you need somebody to repair your drone for you, Mike Crabtree in the chat. He'll help you out. He'll help you out. All right. Mike, get a hold of Kale Stokes. He needs help flashing his shit. And repairing his shit. Lee Veal, thank you for a $25 super chat. That's a big super chat. I really appreciate it. Today was the first day I was able to get in the air, and a lot of it was due to your channel. Thank you, Lee Veal. I really appreciate that, and that makes me feel so good. I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. I'm sorry. That's the line. Thank you for a $2 super chat. Patron only free flight barbecue party at your place? I don't know about that. Harold Luzardo wants to know if it's a good idea to do the 1200 milliwatt hack on the DJI goggles. Yes. Yep. Virgin FPV, thank you for a €5 super chat. Can you stick a phone on the quad and use WhatsApp video call as the VTX? No. The latency is too high. It's no good. No. Latency is too high. Scott Steely, thank you for a $5 super chat. How do I know if I have a good tuned quad if I haven't flown a good tuned quad? How do you compare something you don't have? I mean, Scott Steely, the answer that Mark Spatz would give you is that you look in the black box log and you see that the set point tracks the gyro closely. That's the actual answer. Alternatively, you can get a hold of somebody who knows how to tune and have them tune your quad. Okay. Space Pirate wants to know, is the new Cadex DJI Air unit the same image quality as the old DJI Air unit? Not only is it the same image quality, it's literally the same hardware. Cadex doesn't make the Air unit. DJI makes the Air unit. I don't have evidence for this. I don't have proof. I believe it. I'm so sure that it's true. Cadex makes the cameras, but not the VTXs. So yes, it's the same. Aber the Ham, thank you for another $5 super chat and a question in the Discord. Aber the Ham in the Discord asking another question. Aber, is it your question about RCAT? I don't think that's your question though, Aber. I'll keep an eye out for your question, Aber. Thank you for your super chat, my friend. Oh, here it is. Aber the Ham says, ooh, that's a long question. I got my good luck reading that question, chat. I got my KISS V2 wired up. I powered it up without smoke. Remapped the motors and fixed the rotational directions, I think. Updated the most recent release of KISS without issue. Bound Crossfire. Updated the receiver. Connected to UART2 in accordance with the prophecy. I double and triple checked the UART TX and RX were connected correctly, but when I move the sticks, I get nothing in the outputs or rates tabs. I mean, I'm going to assume that your your Crossfire receiver is bound, right? Other than that, I mean, you could go to the advanced configuration and check your UART config and see if maybe manually setting the UART config is right. Are you sure you got the TX and the RX right? According to the Crossfire, to the KISS wiring guide? Yeah. The first thing I would check is the status LED on the Crossfire module. It needs to be solid green. And then the second thing, is it a Crossfire diversity? Crossfire diversity comes set to output PWM by default. That gets people. And then advanced serial config, check the UART config there. That's what I would do. BW, thank you for a $10 super chat. What would cause a Cadex Vista to have a dim red light on boot? The number one thing would be that you're powering it from less than 7 volts. Okay, for the record. He says, though, I just checked and I replaced power wires. I'm showing 10 volts at the unit. It did go green once, but I put the top plate on and it's back to dim red. Man, other than under voltage, I don't know what would cause that. I would just have to assume it's damaged. I don't know, like, I really don't know what would cause it, because that green light is just, like, that's really basic. If it's getting 10 volts and it doesn't have a green light, I just call DJI support and I'm like, hey, I got a bad unit. I don't know what else could cause the red light, to be honest with you. Aber, if you've checked the advanced config, then I can't think what else to do except move it to a different UART. Crabtree says, if you have the Vista upside down, the USB can short out on the frame. I mean, that would shock me, but I believe you. Nick FPV asks, what flight control firmware do Cinelifters typically use? Nick, in my experience, they usually use Betaflight because it flies better. And I know there are exceptions out there, so people who love iNav or Argipilot, don't come at me. But like I know at least one company who tested iNav because they wanted the ability to do GPS loiter, and they found it didn't fly well enough for them for acro stuff. So they mostly fly Betaflight. So then wait, are you really saying that you don't have any autonomous flight capabilities on a $40,000 rig flying a red Komodo red digital camera or something? And when I interviewed Tommy, oh my God, I think he was the one who said, look, when you're flying, 2 feet from a car down a road, if you fail safe, it's better that it just falls, because you don't want it to suddenly try to go into GPS mode and crash into something. It should just disarm. So you just hope that you don't fail safe. I mean, you work hard that you don't make it not fail safe. Going back here to take a look at wait a second. Honeybee Drones, thank you for a $5 super chat. I think I missed you. Thanks for all your awesome question answers. I'm going to take a look and see if Kale has typed his question. Oh, I got you, Kale Stokes. Okay. I got you. Sean Barry, thanks for a $10 question. $10 super chat. Thank you so much for your generosity. TREA1234 for Crossfire receiver not working. So, Sean, you're trying to remap your channels. Where are you trying to remap them? That's the question. And what's not working? We got to go a little deeper here, Sean Barry. Where are you trying to remap TREA? Adriano Casemiro, the HDZero VRX, the receiver module is out of stock almost everywhere. I think more are coming in a while, like in a month, but I don't think they're coming soon. Rippin' and Flippin' FPV says, are DJI good with their support? Because I broke my DJI FPV drone. Yes, they're excellent. I mean, they'll charge you money, but they're excellent. They're really good. Sean Barry. Not me. Previous question. Oh, what are you asking, Sean Barry? I'm so sorry. No, I'm not following. I don't know, but he gave me a $10 super chat, so I kind of don't want to just blow him off. Finta Kriya says, I accidentally bought Finton, I'm sorry. Finton Craig. Oh, Craig. Let's see. Craig? I accidentally bought the internal ExpressLRS T Pro. I'm currently trying to sell and replace. Don't think I'll be able to. Suggest solutions so I can use FreeSky D8 without having to buy a whole new radio. Just buy an XJT Lite module. So just buy this. You can buy this. However, this doesn't work with EdgeTX until EdgeTX 2.7, I believe. So this won't work with the version of the firmware that's out today. ZFP, I see. ZFPV. Thank you for clarifying. Sean Barry is not asking a question. He's saying you need to remap the channels, and he just generously gave a $10 super chat to try and help Aber out. But the thing is, Sean, he said he didn't see any movement at all, didn't he? So that's not a channel mapping issue. So this XJT Lite, I don't think it'll work today until EdgeTX 2.7 because it has a quirk that EdgeTX didn't fix until 2.7. But you could also get the TBS 4-in-1 module, which is in stock. This will also let you bind to a D8. Cool cat. I'm not sure why that's a eyes wide open moment there. I'm just saying he gave me a $10 super chat, so I definitely don't want to just blow off his question. That's seems like the thing to do. Virgin FPV says he might not have set the external RF. He said he had solid green light though, so it's bound and on. Yeah. Are you hearing the... Oh, I apologize, guys. You're hearing the Discord notifications. I apologize. I'll mute that. That's my bad. Squirrely, thank you for a $5 super chat. I'm ordering a large order, likely from RDQ. Do they do deals ever? I don't think they'll do deals for a big order. I think they have a military discount. Adam T says, I work in radio. I have a tower next to a large lake. I'm thinking of mounting a base station on the tower. Any thoughts or ideas? If you have an FPV base station on the tower, you'll have two issues to deal with. One will be interference from the radios on the tower, but that's solvable. The other will be getting the signal down from the base station to your goggles. How will you accomplish that? That is the complicated question that doesn't have a extremely simple answer. Osama Khan asks, can I use an ExpressLRS module on the Tyrannus QX7 without the inverter mod? Yes. However, the best thing for you to do would be to install EdgeTX and activate 1-bit mode. Then you probably won't need the inverter mod. It's not 100%, but yeah. If you don't use 1-bit and you don't use EdgeTX, then you would need to do the inverter mod. Or you would need to reduce the baud rate, which would compromise latency, which is sort of the whole point of ExpressLRS. Sean Barry, Sean Barry says that his channel mapping was incorrect, and in KISS he didn't see any movement at all. That doesn't make sense to me, to be honest with you. I'm not sure how that's possible. Lord Henricks wants to know, is there an adhesive we can use to fix slipping motor bells? I got some beat up Eco 2s. Yeah. I don't know. I can't think of one, to be honest with you. I mean, I can't think of what that would be. Thank you, Blackbug Digital, for 100 somethings. I don't recognize that. Appreciate that donation. Thank you. It's generous. It's generous. Can you bind an infinite number of receivers to a transmitter? Asks Dingles. clearly the answer is no. There's a limit somewhere. But the limit is probably so large that you're unlikely to hit it. What brand? Nick Royling wants to know about those blue drawers behind me. They are Rousseau. Is the Rousseau, Rousseau. Nick FPV wants to know. I don't understand your question, Nick. Is it possible to use the ExpressLRS Lua that's on a radio on an ExpressLRS module with the Lua built into it? I don't think any ExpressLRS modules have the Lua built into them. Do you mean a module like the Axis Flying that has joystick and screen to allow you to change some options? I think that's what you must mean. Yes, they work together. They work together. Both of them will work. Floppy Prop says the limit for Spectrum radios is 250 models. That's a pretty big number. Finton Crea wants to know, what is the cheapest worth buying diversity antenna set for the Skyzone Cobra S? Interesting you put it that way. If we go to my website, fpvknowitall.com, we'll look at goggles and antennas for FPV drones, and we'll go to Omni antennas. Cheapest worth having is the Foxeer Lollipop. Didn't they update the Lollipop to V4? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ooh. We got to fix that. Goggles and antennas. Okay. So Foxeer Lollipop V4 would be my choice for the cheapest worth having. Thank you, Buhamet, for a $5 super chat. Just wanted to show some appreciation for your channel and what you do. Thank you for your donation. Mike Crabtree, thanks for a $5 super chat. Appreciate your donation. I mean, 661 FPV, it can't be infinite. They have to store that information somewhere. Eventually, you run out of storage space. Sergio Morales asks, what controller, goggle, and quad combo would you invest in if you had $1,200? Please don't call it an investment. It's a terrible idea. It's not an investment if it's a bad investment. But I assume that you're asking about buying a bind and fly quad, not a DIY combo. For controller, Radiomaster TX16S 533 edition with AGO1 gimbals. Does the 533 one have the AGO1s? Let's just check that. TX16S Max. It doesn't have the AGO1 gimbals. Okay. Well, I would probably buy that. And does the Pyro have AGO1 gimbals? Where's the Pyro drone? Does not have the AGO1 gimbals. Is there a single one you can buy today that comes pre-made with the AGO1 gimbals? Does the Get Up PV1 have AGO1 gimbals? It doesn't. Nope. Oh, it does. Oh, okay. So, yeah, but that has the metal faceplate, which isn't my favorite. I would get the TX16S Max. I would put my own AG01 gimbals in it. I would get the carbon faceplate, not the metal faceplate, because I think the carbon feels nicer. And the metal is kind of a novelty. Then, for quad, iFlight Evoke would be high on my list. Gep RC Mark V, high on my list. And for goggles, it would be DJI goggles. There you go. Pixel Pusher FPV. Pixel Pusher FPV says, I'm trying to remap an LED pad to a UART receiver. The CLI command should be serial 11. Watch your video, but I'm confused. You can't remap an LED to be a UART. You can remap it to be soft serial. Soft serial might work for you. The actual command you want is resource serial underscore RX space 11 space and the pin number. Finton, the IRX4 Lite will also work. Yeah, if you can get it. Aaron says that's closer to $1,600. Hey! What do you want from me? What do you want? Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, that's close to... It's, oh, the gimbals. All right, well, I guess I would drop the gimbals. 1,200? I mean, you're not going to just... I mean, if you go analog, you'll save some money. But you should just increase your budget. You should increase your budget. Stuff. If you can spend 1,200, you can spend 1,600. Come on. I think we both know that's true. That's not very respectful. You also need batteries and a charger. Yeah, but he didn't mention those. He said, what goggles, quad, and controller would you get? He didn't mention batteries and a charger. He will need those things. That's a fair point. Hash is actually the right... Hash is the winner. The right choice, if you have to stay under $1,200, is a DJI controller and goggles and the Nazgul F5. That will keep you around $1,200, and the DJI controller is not bad. That's not bad. That's a good point. Alrighty. It's Blunty says, I refuse to spend $130 on gimbals on principle. They're very good gimbals. I mean, that's a fine price for a really well-made gimbal. It's not going to like make you a better pilot. They're just nice to have. They're just nice. It's just nice. Adam T, thank you for a $2 super chat. Oh. Tom Linnell says, any way to bind a trash can if the bind button's been scratched off? In theory, if you could get at the traces, you could like bridge the trace to make it seem like the button was pressed. But realistically, I think it's going to be, if the traces are still there, then you're fine. Will it not go into bind from the CLI? Say yay. I'm still not a gimbal snob, for the record. Like, I'm not saying, like, I can, oh, there's so much, like, they make me a better pilot. They're so much smoother. They feel really nice. There's no question that they feel really nice. I still, They're just more solid because of the metal. They just have a really nice feel. I mean, these were the gimbals that even I can tell that they're good quality, I guess is what I would say. That's what I would say. If you're just starting out, they won't make much difference. That's true. So, good answer. You should get the DJI goggles, the DJI controller, and a Nazgul Evoke. PDX FPV says, what are the chances GoPro will go back to the session form factor? No one can really predict that. No one can predict that. A leaker has said that a new action camera form factor is coming, and the DJI Action has done somewhat well. So we could guess maybe that's going to be the what's coming, but no one can predict the chances. Crazy Frog says, it seems like every month the TX16S is getting closer to Spectrum prices. But hang on, Crazy Frog, you can still get a base TX16S with Hall effect gimbals for $160, I believe. Now that's more than it was when it first released, because that's the world we live in. But there's no reason you have to spend $400 on a TX16S. Calabrese, if you're at 18% CPU load and you're using the soft serial for the HDZero on-screen display, I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about that. I think that's fine. The base TX16S is up to $200. Ouch. Ouch. That's a lot. I think they were a lot. They were like 140. That's a lot less. That's something. Oh. Shifty FPV asks, in terms of 5-inch freestyle, are some frames actually smoother than others? Or is it more of a preference? I'm new and I've only flown one frame. If you're tuning if you're pushing your PID tunes and your filters, the frame will make an absolute difference. If you're flying defaults, you won't notice as much difference. That's what I would say. Tesh has a very interesting question. You won't be able to read it because it's so long. I have a quad. I built it. I tuned it. It was great. 40 packs later, I have D-gain chatter when I arm and I'm sitting on the ground. When I take off, it flies okay. It didn't do this for some time. I want to say it came on suddenly. If I increase the derivative filter and drop the terms by half, it goes away. Motors are great. Arms are solid. Nothing's touching my gyro. I question if the gyro is damaged. It's possible. Tesh, if it doesn't affect you when you're flying, then I would not waste time worrying about it. I would just enjoy flying. Gyros do go bad over time because you're constantly shocking them when you crash. So if over those 40 packs you crashed a few times, you could have damaged your gyro. You also could have micro cracks in the frame that you're not aware of. What I would love to do, and it's probably not possible, but I would love to compare a black box. Maybe it is possible. When you did your PID tuning, did you save black box logs? If you have an old black box log and a current one, you can look at the gyro data and you can see if it changed. So. And then that would be sort of the ultimate way for you to know. It's possible. Gyros get beat up. Yeah, they take damage over time. It's one reason why I think that oh, I've got the perfect PID tune. Great. In a month, it won't be perfect anymore because you'll break the quad. So maybe just fly to some degree. Am I caught up on super chats? Thank you, Robert Rayner, for a $10 super chat. Thanks for all you do. I've been watching for years and I've learned so much. Thank you, Robert Rayner. That's very kind of you. We got about 15 minutes left in the stream. What do you say? Hello. Any day now. There we go. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say just for a little bit we close out the stream? You game? Oh, I haven't gotten to play at all today. Creative Solutions Digital Marketing. Thank you for a 17 HRK. I got the Evoke F5D6S Crossfire. Thanks for the advice. Oh, wait, you're going to need this. Oh, yeah. I hear Blunty get finished and New Game Plus. I got an idea. Here's what we're going to do. Oh, yeah, no, this is no, this is not where I want to be. I want to be this. How about right here? Oh, let's do something fun for the end of the stream. We'll probably play for 15 minutes, right? Yeah. Maybe a little longer. I was thinking today it would be fun to get killed a lot. Oh, I got a super chat. Adam T, thank you for a $5 super chat. I have the Digidapter and the Fusion and use ExpressLRS. What VTXs would you use for each of the... I want to build a long-range quad and a tiny whoop. For long range, like, you need the max output power. TBS Unify, TBS Unify HV or the Rush Solo are good choices. Where's this dragon? There he is. Let's see if we can, give this guy what for. Hey, buddy. Hey, don't mind me. How are you? Yeah. Oh, no, don't be in front of him. Don't be in front of him. That's a bad place to be. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, no, no. Run right towards him. Oh, I died. Okay, okay. That's fine. We're going to do this. We're going to call my horse again. Come back, horsey. We're going to do this again. Hey, oh, come back here. I was going to hit you. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, your butt. Great. That's great. Do you have a tail swipe? You do. No, 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 no. Oh, shit. This isn't going well. Okay. Oh, this is bad. No, 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 no. No. Sir. Sir, I beg to differ. Oh, that was painful. Oh, no, no, no. I died. This is gonna go. This is a pretty simple boss, to be honest. This guy's no problem. Honestly, his attack patterns are pretty easy. I just need to be better at not getting hit. See, I should be able to beat this guy. Right? How many runes did I lose? I don't even think I had any runes. Let me just go around this way. Don't! I'm just passing through. Don't get any ideas. Okay, I lied. I'm not just passing through. I'm coming to kill you. Oh, fuck. You know what? I'm going this way! Oh, yeah. Now what? Oh. I really need the horse for this one. Yeah. I really need the horse for this one. I don't think this is going to be an on-foot one. I think this is going to be a horse one. Okay. Can you two-hand? No, you can't two-hand. Oh, go this way. Oh, he took damage. That's dumb. Why did he take damage? Oh, because I didn't jump. FPV Exchange is a good site for selling FPV gear. Why did I miss? I don't think I should lock on. Missed me. Run. Okay. Okay, that was not very effective. What are you doing? Tail swipe. Tail swipe. Oh, wow. I don't even know what attack that was. Insta-kill. This is going to take me a while. Jump on his back. Can you jump on his back for real, Giz FPV? Can you really for real jump on his back? Kill the eggs. If you kill the eggs, is he easier to kill? I didn't see any eggs. I don't know, Ghost Branch. What level are you? What? Killed me. What killed me? Hey! Oh, what killed me? I don't understand. I wasn't looking. I was looking at the chat. Dragon birthmark. What is that? Screw you, bird. Give me feathers. Yes. Dragon. The eggs. If I kill the eggs, does the dragon get easier? Oh, yeah. Aha. What do you think? Hey! Oh! What are you? Oh, flip. I didn't know you. Oh, boy. Well, looks like I'm in a fight. Oh, okay. Is the dragon coming over? Okay, he's dead. Where's the dragon? No, dragon is chilling. Okay. How am I missing? Oh, he's dead. I see. Hey, don't mind me. Just killing these eggs. I don't think these are dragon eggs. I think these are crab eggs, which is why that crab was so pissed at me. Okay. Oh, what's over here? I didn't see this. Oh, it's a cave. Oh, neat. Oh, neat. Let's do this instead of killing the dragon or getting killed by the dragon. Oh, yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen this. This probably will be fine. This won't be a problem. Oh yeah, it's always good when at the bottom of an elevator there's a site of grace. That's always good. And a summon. Let's examine this. Oh, summoning pool, functional. I could use a torch. That's the sound of metal. Okay, we got a dude there. Got some dudes over there. This should be fine. Sir, I apologize, but I must stab you. Oh, that did not take off a lot of health. Die, 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 die. Oh, shit. Are more coming to get me? No. All right, let's see if I can parry. Parry! No! That was not a parry. Come here, come here. Not a parry. Not a parry. Ah! Yeah! That was a parry, baby! I'm gonna learn to parry. I am gonna learn to parry. What is this? Oh, acquire some materials. A smithing stone. Oh, good. Those are good. Oh, 2 of them, huh? What if I just drop down here? Haha. This is gonna be fine. Now we'll go this way. Oh, got a dude there. And we're gonna come up this way. And... stab in the back! I suck so much. Oh, really? Okay, let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Hey! Ah, too slow. Oh, my parry practice is not going well. I will learn to parry. We're 3 minutes to... Aaron Ciotti is going to be streaming on his channel any minute now. I'm going to keep playing for another few minutes. We'll finish up. All right. Dear sir. If you... oh, there we go. There's a backstab. Come here. No, 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 no. That was bad. Die. Just die. Alright. I don't think I want to take on these 2 guys all by themselves. So, instead... who's this dude? He's just sitting here. Waiting to ambush me, aren't you? Fuck you. Hello, sir. Oh, wrong attack. Yes! Why was I too slow on the right? Oh, wait! What are you? Oh, no! No, 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 no. Ah! Oh, tracks. The attack tracks. Oh. Cool. Let's just run through the cave as fast as we can and see if we get to the boss. Right? That's what we'll do. Come on. Do. I'm gonna run as fast as I can. Do. Nope. Nope. You don't matter. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Let's just see if we can skip the whole cave and get straight to the boss. Right? That's fine. Oh, another... yeah, see? Another elevator. Didn't even have to talk to those guys. Oh, what was that? Oh, we go. There's layers. Okay. Keep going. Let's follow this white guy. He seems like he knows what he's doing. Or he's... yeah, you're cool. Hey, guys. I'm gonna have to kill you. I'm sorry. But I'm not that sorry. Oh, a large glintstone scrap. That seems cool. Oh, hey. Now, look. Oh, look, I parried twice. Get him! Yeah, parry. I can parry. I know how. Oh, that's 2 parries. Too slow on the right one. Oh, yeah. I have to kill you to get by, don't I? Excuse me. Sir. Where are you going? Oh, don't throw shit at me. Oh, yeah. That's a parry, baby. I'm doing all right. I mean, I'm dying. Oh. I didn't even need to go that way. No. Let's see here. What? This is it. That's it. That's all I came down here for. Oh. Okay, I guess that's all I came down here for. Alright, maybe the boss is on level 2. Do I need to just jump off when I go by? Am I facing the right way? Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't think I've been here before. Oh, sir? Hello, sir. Oh, yeah. Oh, I have been here before. There are my runes. Okay. Fair enough. Not very many. Don't mind me. Just keep chilling. There's another thing to pick up. Probably something in here that's going to kill me. Can't even see it. We'll just rely on lock-on. It would be better if I had a torch. Oh, hello. Oh! Oh, didn't time the parry right. What am I missing? Materials. Burn says I'm missing materials. I'm just running. I probably could have killed the dragon by now. Okay, instead, let's switch to two-handing and let's stop trying to parry. And be agile. Oh yeah, we want to trade shots? Oh, this guy's got a lot of poise. I cannot stagger him. Interesting. Yeah, that didn't work. I cannot stagger these guys. I cannot stagger them. Okay. That didn't work. I do know how to roll, thank you. There's just no break in these guys' attacks. Thanks. That's how you roll, right? I'm pretty sure that's how to roll. Apparently you can't backstab two-handed. Didn't know that. Is that better? Boy, that guy does not fuck around. 2. Is it 2 and then he pauses? Okay. 1, 2. Nope, 3. 4. And then he stabs you. Yeah. They have really high poise. They cannot be staggered. Is there a boss down here? Should I be just running for a boss? No, don't worry about you. What materials was I missing? Where's the materials that I'm missing? Boxes. Oh, yeah, that's where I need to be going. Hang on. Okay. Thank you, Kent Ross, for a $5 super chat. Oh, shit. Oh, I got it. I got it. Did I get it? I don't think I got it. I did get it. Neat. Okay, what's down here? This guy. Alright, we're not even going to worry about him. Yeah, I'm not worried about him. I'm going to go over here. Okay. Pardon me, sir. Oh, yeah, no hits. How you like that? How you like that? No hits. Clean fight. Ladder, thanks. Hey, don't bug me. Oh, these guys don't attack you. They're too busy working. Cool. I'm just going to leave you alone. This guy, however, is about to attack me. Oh, so is that guy. This is bad. Oh, wow. Okay. You know what? I don't like oh, great. Run right into the fire. Bye! Nah, I'm good. You guys do your thing. You guys do your thing. See ya. I am not a hitless runner, that's for sure. Ooh, is this the boss? This could be the boss. Oh, what's over here? Oh, material. Cool. Smithing stone. Man, they are generous with the smithing stones in this game. What do we got here? Maybe this is a boss I can actually take. Hey, buddy. Let's check out your attack pattern, sir. Dingle dingle. I have friends. They are going to eat you. Oh, good hit. That's on me. That's on me. That's my bad. Did he die? Oh, yeah! Take that! The wolf summon really... That wolf summon was really the goat here. Yeah. Cool. Well, what did I get? Let's see. What was it? I don't know what it was. Was that it? There it is. Enhances roars and breath attacks. That's not useful to me. I don't have any of those. Whoop. Yeah, I usually try to do the fights without the summons because, you know, I want to like feel like I'm winning the game. But I figured for the live stream I would use the summon. It makes life a lot easier. I know the hug is reducing my health, but I got a hug. So, you know, that's good. Do I need to put it somewhere? Is it an equipment? Okay. Why am I still... I'm not... How do I use it? Can't use it. Do I need to, like, put it over here? No. Why can't I use it? Oh, do I put it? I see. I'm a dumbass, that's why. No, I can't use it. How do I use it? Waiting for the chat to keep up and catch up and tell me how to use it. I've put it here. Interesting. Via inventory, okay. Inventory. Oh, I can't use it inside the dungeon. I got it. But I still have the health down. I still have the health down, though. Via inventory, not equipment. Oh, now it's gone. Okay, great. And now, if I go to inventory... Wait, I think I can still use it in equipment. Wait. Now it says 0 uses. I see. Is it still boosting my poise? Even though it says 0? If I rest, can I use it again? No. It's gone. My poise is not boosted either. Oh, I see. I can only have the boosted poise if I also have the reduced health. I got it. So now is this useless? Is it useless now? Okay. I see. Good to know. Oh. Dragon is going down. I don't have enough souls runes to level up. Yeah, I see. We have to go get hugged again. Sir? Oh, there's more. There's several of you. I did not expect that. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Okay. Parry the hand, not the weapon. Parry the hand, not the weapon. That did not work. Oh, shit. This guy's a problem. Okay, cool. That looked really cool. You're a cool dude. Where are we going here? What are we doing? What are we doing? We're dying. Can I lock on? Can I have a lock on? No? Okay. No. Hey, is this as far as you can go? No? How about that? How do you like this? No. 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 Yeah. Not so fancy now, are you? Oh, ow. Okay, ow. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, 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 okay. I'll do it fair. I'll do it fair. Hi. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. What do you got? Hey! That wasn't what I wanted you to... Damn it. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Can I not parry a spear? Is it possible to parry a spear? Can you not... Oh, yes you can. That wasn't a parry, but he did die. I want to be one of those guys who just parries the bosses. I want to be that guy. I'm not that guy, but I want to be that guy. Let's go, baby. What you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Can you parry a hammer? Ow. Ow. Can I kill your dog real quick? Oh! Oh! Oh, yeah, okay. Alrighty, well... 50,000 souls blunted. I don't want to be in a scenario where I lose 50,000 souls. That's a lot of souls. I parried it with my spine. Yeah. Let's see if I can get my souls back. No, no, no. I just need my... Got him. Okay. Now then. Now then, we may... Yeah, let's go. Nope. I didn't get in there fast enough, but I did parry him. Yay. Your stupid dog can fucking have it. Worth it. Hey! How you like me? Oh. No, 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 no. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, too slow, too slow. Way too slow, way too slow. Oh, two guys. Oh, okay. This is unfair. Oh, too slow. Oh, wow. Kill me by the side of grace. Ah, so frustrating. Ah, right in the face. Right in the face. Screw you. Screw you guys. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're fast. You're actually pretty fast. You're pretty fast, actually. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Oh, damn! You can reach, too! Okay, okay, okay. Die! Oh, die. Not me! Not me! Ah, too soon. No. No. One more flask left. Come on. Oh, you got so much reach! It's almost like that's what spears were designed to do. Okay, you guys, you got me. You got me. You got me. Yeah. Oh, there you go. All right, folks, that's going to do it. Good night, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for playing. Thanks for coming out. That's going to do it for the stream. Happy flying, guys. Hello. End stream. All right.